Have you cried during 3D debuts? I don't think so. Oh, I felt sad when, like, sometimes, like, they reference, like, those who've, like, already graduated during 3D streams, like, when they reference them and stuff. But I don't think I've cried from it. But I definitely felt sad. Have you cried over a VTuber's graduation? You know, personally, when a VTuber graduates, it's not tears. I kind of just, like, a part of your life just, like, goes away and it just feels empty. You know? It just feels empty. But it's not like crying. For me at least. For me at least. It just feels like a void. I'm sure, like, those who have graduated, they still have whatever they're doing with their lives. Whatever they're continuing to do. This, that. So I don't feel like crying, but it just feels like, I guess it's kind of like in high school. Like, I mean, literally a graduation. Like, your, like, upperclassmen friends graduate and they go off to do their own things, and then they're not there anymore. Right? It's literally the same feeling. Like, do you cry over that? Like, I guess some people do, but, like, I don't think I would, or I have. Yeah, it's a similar feeling, I'd say. Or I guess I feel that way more because I'm actually a Niji-san liver. I think before, when I was only a viewer and I saw some people graduate, it hurt more, I think. It definitely hurt more, I think, in the past. What are you planning to do after you graduate? I haven't thought that far. I don't think I want to think about it right now. That's a long-term thought for me, at least. You made the chat cry? Well, I mean, it's kind of just how it is. Man, that's how I feel. Like, back then, like, it felt worse. I don't know. Is it just because there's more people graduating and I just got used to it over time, or is it because I'm actually in Niji-sanji now? I don't know. Go numb. But yeah, I don't have plans, or, like, I haven't even thought that far, honestly, personally. But there will probably be a day where, like, you know how, like, a lot of, like, internet culture kind of, like, the rise and the fall, you know, of those cultures. Like, there's, like, the initial phase where things start to develop, and then there's the peak, and then it falls, right? Like, that's how I felt. That's one of the things I kind of felt with, if you know Nico Doga back then. If anyone knows Nico Doga, there was definitely a point where it was developing, the rise, the peak, and then right now it's kind of not getting higher than that, right? So there was definitely this phase, but I think as much as it eventually dies down, like, the people who enjoyed that continues to live on, and for me that kind of feels like VTubers right now. The reason why I really like VTubers, right, was because I really liked Nico Nico Doga, but Nico Nico Doga kind of died. Well, I mean, it didn't, but like, you know, the culture kind of changed drastically, I guess this is the better term. But like the people who had that kind of cultural like thought kind of like swapped over to VTubing. And now like, and that's why I really enjoyed like VTubers initially, right? But eventually the day VTubers fall is gonna come, like inevitably, right? Like however long that will be, we don't know, but eventually that time will come, right? If that time comes, I'm sure there will be something new that pops up. VTuber 2, Electric Boogaloo, you know? Like, as much as things like get old and new, the idea and what people enjoy never changes, right? No, this isn't supposed to be sad. This isn't supposed to be sad. I'm just saying that eventually the day VTuber 1 becomes old, there will be VTuber 2. Shuyamino 2. So like, you know how like some people are like, man, I want to be a VTuber, but I'm not old enough. Or like, I want to apply to Nijisanji, but I'm not old enough. You know, I've seen a lot of people tweet and like stuff like that, say stuff in chat like that. There has to be like as much like the amount of people with these kind of demand, like there's always the culture, right? There's always the culture and that feeling, you know? So I think obviously like the technology develops and everything, like it keeps on evolving, right? Like back then these things that weren't possible are possible now. And like what I think is that like as much as the shapes of whatever happens changes, the culture will always be there. That's what I feel like. What I want to say is you shouldn't rush to like do those kind of things, and there's like always something for everyone, right? There's always going to be demand for something, and because there will be demand, there will be people who cultivate these kind of cultures, right? That's what it feels like, or that's what I hope it would be, you know? But I don't have any plans to graduate, so, or like I don't have any plans to change doing the things I enjoy, I guess is a better way to put it. But yeah, that's all there is. I think that's a good place to call it. Thank y'all so much.